俺はお前をずっと愛している。
Hey guys, it's Ash here with WatchMojo, and these are the top 20 Naruto moments that'll make you cry.
できるならお前と同じところに生きてえな。
Number 20. Naruto and Sasuke make amends. Ever since leaving Konoha to join Orochimaru, Naruto and Sasuke's relationship has been more than hostile. Naruto had to try to convince him multiple times to no avail, with Sasuke going deeper and deeper into darkness.
Yose! Sasuke!
Following the conclusion of the Fourth Great Shinobi War, Sasuke reveals his plans to Naruto, and the two eventually come to blows. After a spectacular showdown, the two finally manage to talk it out, and Naruto finally convinces Sasuke to return to the village. After all the ups and downs these two have been through, it was incredibly satisfying to see them make up, even if they both had to lose an arm in the process.
何度だって。
認めてやるよ。俺の負けだ。
Number 19, Naruto meets his mother. As we'll get into in more detail later in this list, Naruto was made an orphan on the very day he was born. Without any family, Naruto essentially lived a life of solitude growing up. Whilst trying to take over the Nine Tails chakra, Naruto comes across the spirit of a red-haired woman.
いい。ここにいていいのよ。
Naruto is initially wary of her, but as soon as he realizes who she is, he instantly embraces her.
そう。私はあなたの。
The two finally get to bond after all this time. Not only is seeing mother and son finally together incredibly heartwarming, but seeing them part once again brings a tear to the eye.
私たちのもとに生まれてきてくれて。
Number 18, Boruto's death. As Boruto unleashes the true essence of his karma, it sadly all becomes a bit too much for him, which results in Momoshiki finally taking control over his body. When the Otsutsuki member then goes on to threaten Naruto's life, Kawaki takes things into his own hands, and fulfills the promise he made to Boruto by killing him after an intense fight.
ボルト。
As the Hokage is starting to realize what has happened to Boruto, he is overcome with grief, and we are shown brief flashbacks showing how much he cares for his son.
ボルト。
After all the struggles Naruto has gone through in his life, it was absolutely heartbreaking to see him at his lowest once again. Number 17, Naruto asks Iruka to attend the wedding as his father. From the very first episode of the series, we've known of the strong bond between Naruto and his teacher Iruka. He's always wanted the best for Naruto and always looked out for him, despite many others wrongly associating him with Kurama's attack on Konoha, which was also the cause for the death of his own parents.
あいつは化け狐なんかじゃない。この葉の里の渦巻きナルトだ。
With his big day fast approaching, Naruto asks his sensei the important question: will he take on the role of his father at the wedding?
俺の父親として結婚式に出席してもらえねえかな。
Overcome with emotion, Iruka happily accepts. After everything he's been through, Iruka absolutely deserved this touching moment. Number 16, the village accepts Naruto. As we mentioned in the previous entry, Naruto suffered greatly throughout his life for wrongly being associated with the Nine Tails attack on Konoha. He was essentially ostracized by many within the village, leading to further isolation. After saving the village from Pain's devastating attack, Naruto returns home to surprisingly see a huge fanfare from the village. For years, one of Naruto's goals was to have everyone in the village respect him, and after trying so hard and never giving up, it was hard to not get all teary-eyed during this moment. Number 15, Kurama's death. After Ishiki single-handedly devastates our heroes, Kurama tells Naruto there's one final trump card they can use against him.
クラマ頼む
This turns out to be Naruto's new powerful Baryon mode, which allows him and the others to finally put the Gaara leader out for good. Unfortunately, Kurama neglected to tell Naruto that the key to the new form was to sacrifice himself. As Kurama begins to fade away, the two share one final fist bump. Naruto had been with Kurama since the day he was born, and although he was initially a hindrance to him, the two formed one of the closest bonds in the franchise. So to see them part ways after all this time struck deep.
せいぜい達者でな、ナルト。
Number 14, Gaara learns his mother loved him. As we'll discuss later on, Gaara had a lonely childhood, which was made all the worse by his family's apparent hatred for him. Before his death, Gaara's uncle had told him that his mother had given him his name to reflect her hatred for the Tsunagakure rather than her love for him.
あなたの名は姉さんがつけた名です。この子の名はガーラ。我を愛する修羅。
During the Fourth Great Shinobi War, Gaara confronts and subdues his returning father. Here, he reveals to him that his uncle reluctantly lied to him under his orders, and that the sand that protects him is not Shukaku's, but rather his mother's.
カルダ、母は強いな。死んでなおお前を信じきり守り抜いた。
Not only is it incredibly moving to see Gaara find out that he was loved, but it's also great to see his father own up to his past mistakes.
先代などとっくに超えていた。佐藤、頼んだぞガーラ。
Number 13, Guy's childhood. Might Guy's road to a top shinobi was certainly rocky. He was unable to get into the academy due to the fact that he was unable to perform ninjutsu or genjutsu.
ないよやっぱりどこにも僕の名前がないよパパ
Luckily, his father, Might Dai, who was known as the Eternal Genin, taught him to never give up no matter what, despite many making fun of the two.
その努力にハグだ。ガイ。
Through tough training and Dai's immense love for his son, Guy was finally able to get into the academy. But unfortunately, later down the line, Dai would sacrifice himself against the 7 ninja swordsmen of the Mist in order to save his son.
でもそれは
自分ルールだ。
Number 12, Nagato's past. Nagato's childhood was a tough one. After his parents were murdered, he was forced to fend for himself in the war-torn Amagakure.
何どうなったの父さん母さん
Things finally started to turn around for him when he met and formed an unbreakable bond with fellow war orphans Conan and Yahiko.
すごいこんなに食べ物が
ここにいるつもりならお前にも食料の調達をしてもらうぜ
The three would also form a close relationship with Jiraiya, who would teach them how to use ninjutsu in order to defend themselves. As they grew up, the trio would find themselves more and more involved in the war, with Yahiko leading them with others in a group of ninja. Sadly, this would lead to them being betrayed by Hanzo, who would force Nagato to kill Yahiko and lead him down a dark path to becoming Pain.
お前はこの世の救世主だ。
Number 11, Naruto says goodbye to Minato. During the Fourth Great Shinobi War, Naruto was able to meet his deceased father once more thanks to the forbidden Ito Tensei reanimation jutsu. However, it wasn't until the war's conclusion that they were finally able to have a heart-to-heart. Minato congratulates his son for his birthday and tells him that he's proud of the man he has become.
誕生日おめでとう
Before passing to the other side, Naruto tells his father to let his mother not worry about him and that he's doing his absolute best.
俺ってば父ちゃんを越すほかげになる絶対なるからな
This emotional moment is an absolutely perfect conclusion to the bond between Naruto and his father.
しっかりやってんだって
分かった全部しっかり伝えておくよ
Number 10, Naruto and Hinata finally kiss. It took hundreds of episodes and a handful of movies to get here, but it happened at long last. Naruto just happened to notice he had a grade A girl watching him from afar this whole time, and decides to get on it.
話すんじゃねえぞ
Of course, he had to kick the shit out of a man from the moon beforehand, but at the very least, we got a rather enchanting scene of the pair kissing before a beautiful moonlit night. Hinata confessing her love just before pain sent her flying was pretty potent too, but we're pretty sure the shippers lost their minds over this little exchange. Number 9, Itachi's past. For the longest time, the older brother of the Uchiha clan was believed to be nothing more than an unfeeling murderer who had killed his family, igniting the flame of vengeance that fueled Sasuke. Then we found out he's possibly the most tragic and kind-hearted among Naruto's pantheon.
任務だった一族を殺した犯罪者として汚名を背負ったまま抜け人となること
In order to suppress a coup among his own clan that would have spiraled into another war, Itachi painted himself as the villain and killed everyone he loved, except for Sasuke, choosing instead to make his sibling believe his older brother was a monster, so he could grow up one day to avenge the Uchiha and be hailed a hero.
弟のお前に内派の名を託しお前をずっと騙し続けたまま
Selfless doesn't even begin to cover it. Number 8, Neji's death. Going from a rival to a rather mellow dude, Neji's turnaround was certainly one of the more staggering, even becoming downright likable by the time the 4th Great Ninja War rolled around, which made his passing all the more painful.
数が多すぎる日向とネジの空想では白眼
Stepping in the way of an attack meant for Naruto and Hinata, the once embittered Hyuga takes the full brunt of Madara's attack.
どこだ重傷なんだ早く来てくれ
This sadly would result in him dying to save the cousin he used to despise and the man who would become the Hokage.
俺の仲間は絶対殺させやしねえ
Number 7, Shikamaru grieves. Not to downplay just how saddening it was to see Asuma die at the hands of Hidan's zealot jutsu, but there was just something about the way in which the always composed Shikamaru broke down just days later that really tore into us.
さらけ出しまい
While the grieving process is certainly necessary for him to move on, the way in which he tosses the shogi board before allowing himself to mourn his beloved teacher feels so genuinely human, you're bound to shed a tear or two. Number 6, Minato and Kushina's deaths.
この子を信じようなんたって俺たちの息子なんだから
It's no secret that Naruto's an orphan, but who would have guessed that hundreds of episodes on, we'd actually get to see Ma and Pa Uzumaki bite the big one. After Obito successfully summons the nine-tailed fox, Minato and Kushina are left with no choice but to seal away the tailed beast's power into their newborn son, sacrificing their lives in the process.
息子のためなら死んだっていいそれは父親でもできる役目だ
With only a handful of seconds to say goodbye to their child, Kushina offers a tearful rundown of motherly advice. And we'll be damned if it wasn't heartbreaking.
もっと一緒にいたい愛してるよ
Number 5, Gaara's past.
父様。
With a childhood that mirrored Naruto's in many aspects, it's little wonder Gaara spent his early teens as a bloodthirsty monster that killed anyone who crossed him, which is somewhat understandable when his own father tried to have him assassinated. After getting the one-tailed Shukaku sealed inside of him, Gaara became a pariah of the Sand Village, feared by the masses due to the way his Sanjutsu automatically lashed out at those who would come near him.
この目。お前は。なんで。
Throw in a dead mother and a father who viewed him as an experiment gone wrong, and it's kind of amazing he turned out for the better. Number 4. Obito's death. The fact this entry could almost be multiple choice is depressing in of itself, but for argument's sake, we're going to say his secondary demise following the fight with Kaguya. Not only because he finally made peace with Kakashi, but because he got to see Rin again.
ありがとう、リン。俺もオビトもそろそろそっちへ行くよ。
Given all the torment he had endured all throughout his life, this beautiful afterlife reunion was sweeter than it had any right to be. Good on him for finally getting the girl of his dreams, posthumously, but still.
お前は当分こっちにいろ。すぐに来んじゃねえぞ。
Number 3. Jiraiya's death. This one still hurts. A lot. While he may have been a perverted hermit, Jiraiya slowly grew on us as a beloved mentor and surrogate father figure for Naruto. Seeking out the Akatsuki leader, the Toad Sage hoped to defeat Pain himself to save the village from his wrath, only to discover that the mastermind was actually his old student.
遅かったな、気づくのが。
We won't deny the battle between them was one of the best the series has ever produced, but it still gets us each time we see Jiraiya fall to the bottom of the lake, passing the will of fire onto his knuckle-headed apprentice.
ナルト、予言の子は間違いなくお前だ。あとは全て託すぞ。
Number 2. Sasuke and Itachi's final words.
やらなければならないことがある。
そんなの知るか。あんたがこうして俺の目の前にいる。
Ever since Sasuke learned the truth about his brother's courage and sacrifice, we were all dying to see the once hate-filled sibling reunite and confront Itachi over the truth of his actions.
あんたの全てを知ってる。だから俺はこの葉を潰すと決めたんだ。
Thankfully, after being brought back as a zombie, not only did we see the two Sharingan users work side by side in combat, but Itachi was finally able to make amends with his brother Sasuke and tell him that he loved him. Both in life and in death, Itachi was the man.
お前がこれからどうなろうと。俺はお前をずっと愛している。
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Zabuza and Haku's death. While you could argue that the demises of other characters hit closer to home, all are technically standing in the shadow of the first major heart-trending deaths of the series, which is pretty impressive that up until the end, the Demon of the Mist and his icy assassin were Team 7's first true villains.
お前と同じところに生きてえな。
The way in which a monster like Zabuza found some manner of redemption in mourning, his one and only friend, proved to be just that potent, especially for the early days of Naruto.
いけるさ、ザブザ。二人一緒に
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.